the SaaS observability solution really has a lot of functionality when it comes to integrating natively with cloud platforms. So with AWS and Azure, you can hook up your actual cloud accounts and pull in all of those CloudWatch metrics, those Azure insights, and be able to kind of centralize that information with the same tool that you might have all of your on-prem information coming into as well.
So talk to me a little bit about the health score and what it does and why it's beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you have an observability platform like this and you're gaining full stack visibility into lots of different areas of your environment, it can become kind of cumbersome or overwhelming to have all of that telemetry into one place. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. So, the real value of these tools is to be able to leverage them to do the hard stuff for you, bubbling up problems to you that you didn't otherwise know were an issue, right? And one of the ways that we do that with the SaaS observability solution is we have a layer of AI and machine learning on the back end. So every time you add something to that platform, we baseline the performance, we establish what the normal performance behaviors and patterns of that thing are. And then when they start to deviate from that norm, we can bubble that up to you in the form of anomaly detection. So we'll let you know when things are starting to act differently. And that's really helpful when it comes to proactive monitoring instead of reactive, right? You don't want to know when something is just down. You want to know when performance is degrading and heading toward being down.
Yeah, absolutely. Cut those problems off before they actually become a real problem, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple different ways that we do that. We have the anomaly detection, the baselining of the performance. But the other thing that we do is we calculate a health score. So this health score calculation, it takes into account some specific metrics. It takes into account the anomaly detection. It can also take into account alerts that have been triggered from the system. So if we take a look at this home page here, you can kind of get a sense of the anomaly detection widgets, but you'll also see the breakdown of the health score across what we call entity types. So everything you monitor in the SaaS observability solution, we just consider an entity. And there are these different entity types that are categories that they would fall into. For example, if I were to come up here and click on this add data button, just to give you a sense of what these categories would be, you can see we have website and URI entity types that would be used for front-end monitoring. We have synthetic capabilities, real user monitoring capabilities through those. We have database agents for getting deep-level metrics about your database platforms, whether they're in the cloud or on-prem. We have host agents for getting things like CPU, memory, network, disk, see all the processes running on your hosts. APM agents for instrumenting different application languages and frameworks, right? So you'll notice when I return to like the overview page here, we have a widget for each entity type, and you can see the number of entities per entity type that we're monitoring, but you can also see that breakdown from the health score that we're calculating. So this overview screen is really designed to give you that first at-a-glance view so you can have that high-level holistic view into your environment, and that may prompt where you want to go next in the tool.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like there's a lot to work with to augment the kind of the data that you're used to seeing on the self-hosted side of things, which is, more server statistics, network statistics, that kind of thing. And now we can augment that with even more information and get like a holistic view so that we can reach those resolutions sooner.